Hi, my name is Chloe and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be doing a little studio vlog and I'm going to be working with some wax pieces that I just got back. So they're casted now into sterling silver and they just need to be cleaned up and have the stone set. I'm going to be showing you some of my branding stuff that I just got in the mail. I just placed a new order from Canva. I probably need to tidy up a little bit too, so a little bit of everything, and yeah, come along with me. Okay, I just got these castings back and I'm really excited to work with them, but I'm a little nervous because it's my first time casting with prongs. Okay, so here's what we're working with. So we have two prongs, and then this one I think is going to fall off when I try and close it, and this one is half broken and shorter, but it should still hold the piece in place. Is use this sticky stuff to hold the piece in place while I attempt to set it. We'll have to see. So this is Jet Basic, and when you heat Jet Basic up in water, it becomes super soft and malleable. But when it is not heated up, it is rock solid. So we are just waiting for this piece to dry, and then we're going to see if we're able to set it. Okay, so that prong did come off. Fuck, I don't know why these prongs are just coming clean off. I think that it is because of porosity, probably. When I made my piece, which sucks. Let's see. This sucks, man. You try something new. That doesn't always work out, and that's okay, but it's still a bummer. I think that we can still save the piece though. The three prongs should be able to hold it into place. So that's what we have right now. There is the piece. Let's see. Has three prongs. They're all a little wacky, but you know what? It's better than having to scrap it. I casted this piece from wax and I cannot get the stone to fit into it, even though I've been sanding it down for a while, for the life of me, and it is driving me mad. Let's try and fix it. So right now, this is what's happening. The stone just won't go in on this side. I think it's partially due to this prong, but I cannot bend the prong out any farther, and I've been sanding it down, and I don't want to sand it down too far, so let's see what we can do. Now I'm going to try to grind down the inside a little bit more with this like cross burr bit that I have. Okay. So I tried to grind that down around all the sides. Let's see if that helped at all. No. This is driving me mad. Okay. It does look much closer to fitting. Actually, though, it's still catching around that one prong right here. And I just don't want to grind that prong down too far. Okay, take 3. By the way, I've been doing this for a long time. This is not just take 3. Okay. It's much, much closer now. There's this one little corner where it's getting stuck right here. Let's try again. All right. The bane of every jeweler's existence. At least this one was easy to find. Okay. Not quite, but it is almost there. Take 45. I think woohoo! Okay. It's in! Hooray! Oh my god, that took forever. I also got some new business cards and some jewelry care cards, which double as my thank you notes, which I am really, really excited about. Here's my business cards. And my jewelry care cards, they just have some tips on the back about how to keep the jewelry looking fresh, how to polish it, how to take best care of it, and all of that. And then I use this blank side to write a little thank you note. It's really exciting to me to get a restock of these because I just got my branding done like 6-ish months ago. And so when I first ordered these, I ordered a much smaller batch of them because I wanted to make sure they turned out how I liked them and everything. So I was very excited that I used all of them and I got to restock and have some more. I already cleaned these up, but these are my fern and cedar charms. They're some like evergreen items that I have on my website, but this round I got one of the waxes back and I switched the positioning of the bail. So usually the bail is facing like this way so that it can be on a necklace just as a single charm. But I really want to make some other fun things that I'll tell you about soon with these. So I changed the positioning of the bail and I'm going to get a mold made of these. Here's the cedar. And then this one was the fern. I haven't oxidized them, so it's harder to see the imprints, but I'm really excited about how they turned out, and yeah. I don't think I've shown you my whole studio yet, but here it is, mess and all. This is where I do the main bit. This is where I do the main bit of my working. This is art from all of my favorite artists, and I'm looking forward to adding more, filling in hopefully like all these walls with art one day over time. Here is where I keep some of my supplies in this guy, and then I also hang a bunch of my stuff up here, and this is kind of like a working table. It's a little cleaner for shipping, for pieces that are drying, for my tumbler, all of that. And then here, the very, very messy bit is where all of my shipping supplies, and then just like miscellaneous, like I have wax supplies down here and everything like that. Behind me is the rest of the garage, so it's very, very messy and you don't need to see that. I would say as a metalsmith, there's a lot of fails behind the scenes, or even if it's not a fail, it's like maybe try a bunch of times to get something right, which can be really, really frustrating. But I made this piece out of wax and it's now in silver. And I also made this piece out of wax again. It's now cast in silver. For both of them, the porosity and the prongs was just too much and the piece started cracking. I think this one I need to scrap altogether because the like back plate of the piece started cracking. This one I sanded the prongs off completely, and I think that I might try to like drill into it and add some pieces of wire and make my own prongs that are not out of wax, so like add it on after the fact. I've never done that before, so it'll be a little bit of a learning experience and we'll see if it works, but it could be a way to save the piece. Nice. Womp womp. My 18 gauge drill bit just broke. This is the one that I was drilling into so that I could try to add some of my own prongs. I think that's gonna have to go on hold for now because I don't have another drill bit that is the right size for the wire that I was gonna use. So this goes into the, what is the pile of lost projects that never gets touched again. I think one thing that I always want to show are like some failures or some like projects where I'm still really learning, because one thing about metalsmithing is there will always be new things to learn. I have been metalsmithing for 2 years. I feel really, really confident doing some things. I think I'm really, really good at doing some things. There are so many different techniques, different ways that you can do things with metalsmithing that I will never, ever, ever be an expert in all of the things. I will never be able to talk about engraving probably because I don't do those things. Right now, I'd love to do this in the future, but I don't flush set stones. Metalsmithing really is a lot of learning. I think you come on YouTube and you see a lot of people who look like they're experts, and they are experts in what they're doing. But yeah, just know that there is a lot of learning. There's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of failures. And where is it? There is a lot of metal that goes into the scrap pile, because not everything works out, and that's okay. Okay, now we're gonna attempt to clean up this one there we go again with another stone, for this guy. It is a rose quartz, something like that. I need to check. But I love the bubbles on the side of this, little dots. I'm a little bit nervous about it because it feels like the stone is really far from fitting in here right now, but we'll see what we can do. Woohoo! Okay, the stone is fitting. Now I need to set it. These are frustrating. I think that I'll get it over time and I'll get better over time, but man, I guess I expected it to be a little bit easier. All set up to set using our Jet Basic again. Man, today is really trying me. I cracked this stone while setting. It's like it was a faceted stone, so it like cracked across the top, which is hard to see here. And is a bummer, but I'm glad that I finished it at least. I can offer it up as a seconds piece, and yeah, so that's that. Thanks for coming along today, and I really enjoyed showing you around my studio.